So yesterday I just played that Script song, and I started hearing the lyrics. You know, if you leave the door on the latch, if you ever come back, there'll be a lighter in the hall and a key under the mat. And that's why I got the idea for the homework. I thought that's very irresponsible in the year 2011 for such a band that I admire, a position of influence like that. So I thought, well, I can't really write them a letter of complaint. I thought we'd commission Andrew Bailey to write his first one, and this is a service we're going to offer over to you as Andrew Bailey takes on the role as, forget about Edward Woodward's The Equaliser, the complainer. Andrew will complain on your behalf. So Andrew, in your first ever one, please, could you read out the letter that Andrew has seriously written to the Script? We have a voice-out message from the band that was left late last night in Los Angeles, which I'll play out in 5 minutes' time. But first of all, Bailey, let's hear one of your classics.
OK. Dear The Script, I'm writing a brief note to you regarding your recently released single, If You Ever Come Back, which currently features on the Absolute Radio playlist. As a journalist interested in consumer affairs, and more importantly as a father concerned with the safety of my family, I find myself appalled at the irresponsible overtones in your lyrics. You appear to show wanton disregard for modern health and safety advice, and this could lead to a house fire or a break-in. Let's look closely, Script, at your song. The lyrics are leave the door on the latch if you ever come back. Leaving the door on the latch contravenes every bit of advice for both home security and personal safety. Foolish. There'll be a light on in the hall and a key under the mat if you ever come back, if you ever come back. 5 million crimes were reported to the police last year, more than 70% of them relating to theft from property. Leaving a key under the mat would afford you zero protection from a marauding burglar. Also, your home and contents insurance policy would probably be void. I also take exception, Script, to the unnecessary illumination of your hallway when you're not even present. What a ridiculous waste of energy. 10 to 15% of the electricity that incandescent bulbs consume results in light. The rest is turned into heat which soars through your walls and your roof. There'll be a smile on my face and the kettle on, and it'll be just like you were never gone. Never leave a kettle unattended. One tug on the electric lead from a small child can result in the need for instant hospitalisation. 1 in 5 kids attends an A&E unit every year. And why is there a smile on your face, Script? This is not a laughing matter. This kind of behaviour may be acceptable in Dublin. It isn't here. I trust this feedback is received in the spirits it's intended, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Kind regards and best wishes, Andrew Bailey.
That is fantastic.
Very good.
Several hats off. So if you want to take Andrew Bailey up and is offered to be your complainer, drop us a line, 81215, or you can contact us on Facebook.
I'll leave the door on the latch if you ever come back, if you ever come back.
Up next, response from the Script.
Christian O'Connell's Choice Cuts on Absolute Radio.
OK, right, the Script voice-out message. So yesterday, when I played their song, some of these lyrics...
I'll leave the door on the latch if you ever come back, if you ever come back.
Not just a door on the latch.
Be a light in the hall and a key under the mat if you ever come back, if you ever come back.
Bells is right to warn about the kettle stuff as well.
Be a smile on my face and the kettle on, and it would be just like you were never gone.
So, they've heard about this, live from Los Angeles. This was left on my voicemail last night.
Hey Christian, I believe you're talking squash about our song If You Ever Come Back. This is Danny from the Script. And I want to settle the score here a little bit, you know. We are a very, very environmentally friendly band. We were leaving the light on metaphorically. But you've blown our big plan. What we wanted to do was get this song into the hearts of everybody around England, the UK and Scotland, and basically walk around and steal everything from their house, and also get the light on so we can see what we're stealing at the same time, you know. Three Irish troublemakers, and you're after ruining the whole plan. So we'll get you back, but be sure to leave the light on and leave the key under the mat. See you later, Christian. Bye.
I'll tell you why we like your songs, Danny, in particular on this show. It's because they're like a little mini-series.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Like a soap opera. I don't know if you've heard us discuss this before. No. I mean, one song kind of leads on to the next, I find.
It's a little bit of a TBC.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Are all the stories linked? And the story continues in the next single?
No, not really. I mean, we just kind of tend to write songs about, you know, our own generation, our own kind of age bracket, really.
Yeah.
And I think the main ones that are on everybody's lips are the recession, our love, loss, heartache, heartbreak, and that's what we tend to feel that we write best about, you know.
Okay, well, let me just go through this. For instance, let me take The Man That Can't Be Moved, okay?
Yeah.
So it starts off...
Going back to the corner where I first saw you. Gonna camp in my sleeping bag, I'm not gonna move.
So you've taken your sleeping bag,
Yeah.
and you are camping outside where you first met this girl. What if you met her abroad? Do you just take your sleeping bag to wherever it is? Let's say you met her on holiday, I don't know, in Malaga.
In Malaga, yeah, kind of sitting in the corner of Malaga.
Just with the sleeping bag. Okay, so you're in your sleeping bag, you're waiting in case this happens.
Maybe you'll come back here to the place that beat me, and you'll see me waiting for you on the corner of the street.
You never know, it's unlikely that she will ever turn up. But you're just in your sleeping bag in case she does. Obviously, it's taken a long time for her to come back, and the weather's not been great, because here's what happens on the next song, which is Break Even.
I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Oh.
It's cold. You can hardly breathe. Yeah, well, you would be. If you're waiting on the corner in the sleeping bag for this girl to turn up, you'd be freezing.
Well, it depends on what you have in the sleeping bag.
Well, it does. But eventually she does turn up, but not for long, as we hear in this song.
Grab your suitcase, call a taxi.
So she's just popped back to get her stuff. You're still in your sleeping bag. She comes, gets a suitcase, and then goes off in a taxi.
Gonna stay with friends in London, and that's all I get to know.
So he's still there, freezing in his sleeping bag. She's gone off to London.
Yeah.
What a cow.
Your words, not mine.
But now she's got a terrible coronary problem. Listen.
She's all laid up in bed with a broken heart, while I'm drinking Jack all alone in my local bar.
Okay, so now you've moved from the street in your sleeping bag to the pub.
And I have a terrible drinking problem.
Well, mainly, you are drinking a lot at the moment. I'm a bit
Yeah.
worried about it.
But we're gonna stop by drinking on cheap bottles of wine, sit talking up all night, saying things we haven't for a while.
Now, if you don't mind me saying, Danny, at this point you don't seem like great company.
Yeah, I'm pretty miserable,
Like,
haven't I?
I don't think
Misery needs company, though.
Yeah, well, I just don't think you're going to get her back by drinking as much as you are, and certainly not with this attitude from the song Nothing.
Am I better off dead? Am I better off a quitter?
Oh, God.
This is such a great advertisement for the album, man. I got to thank you straight
No,
off.
it's
This
all right.
is brilliant.
All the hits and more.
Yeah.
They're all here. So, you're a drunk now on the streets in a
Yeah.
sleeping bag.
And my mates are all there trying to calm me down.
Yeah. But what you need to do, I think, is sober up.
As they take me to my local down the street.
Oh, not
I'm
again.
smiling, but I'm dying, trying not to drag my feet.
Now,
It must be hard to walk in a sleeping bag,
Yeah,
to be
it
fair. It's not the easiest, is it?
can you...
It's like the three-legged race. You know what I mean? Is it, we need to do that. We need to get two people in a sleeping bag and have a race.
Especially if you're a bit tipsy.
Yeah. And my mates are all there trying to calm me down. Yes, because you're drunk in a sleeping bag chasing after women.
There is a common problem here, and I think it's the drink. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
They say a few drinks will help me to forget her.
Look, stop drinking, have a wash, spray some Lynx Africa on.
Get out of the sleeping bag.
Becky, you're a girl, right? If you split up with somebody, and he's in a sleeping bag in a pub,
Jumping down the road,
Yeah.
trying to get me.
he hasn't washed for a few days, he's a little bit tipsy, what would you want him to do next? Is it run around the town shouting your name in public?
Probably not.
Cue next song.
Oh, rubbish.
If you're standing with your suitcase, but you can't step on the train, everything's the way that you left it. I still haven't slept yet.
That was the wrong one.
It was, yeah. There you go.
There it is.
'Cause I'm shouting your name all along the town.
Anyway, you still want to get her back, you haven't slept or had a wash, and I think your lack of sleep has affected your lack of home security.
Yeah.
As we're about to find out.
I'll leave the door on the latch if you ever come back, if you ever come back.
Right, so you've left the door open.
Thank God no one knows where I live.
I know. I hope you've moved since
Keys
you made
under the
this
mat, the
song.
lights on. All you need to do is, check all the mats around London.
Well, that's not the worst of it.
There'll be a light in the hall and a key under the mat if you ever come back.
So the door's open, there's a key under the mat, and there's a lion in the hall. Now.
There'll be a light in the hall and a key under the mat if
There's a light in the hall.
Oh.
There's a lion in the hall. That's my dog, Pitbull. Lion. His name's Lion.
Yeah, there's a lion in the hall. I wouldn't break in if I was you. Anyway, it's a brilliant story. And should we find out what the next instalment
I
is?
feel like there should be a lot more characters. Pat Butcher's going to make an appearance in this. There's going to be loads of different, it's EastEnders all over, isn't it, really?
They are. Jade in Cardiff, she's like, I'm going to buy the Scripts album now. I liked the soap opera.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
And Richard, packing up his van, says, I'm thinking about heading home for a drunken sleeping bag race now. Thanks, guys.